Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this early and brief edition of Generally Irritable. Although every time I say it's going to be a brief episode, I end up still just talking for like an hour or 90 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see how long we go today, guys. We have just been super duper busy with campaign events this week. We had two debates for the campaign this week. Big one was BT Digger. You guys got to go check it out. It is so clear. The obvious difference between me and my opponents. Get the link to VT Digger, share it, share it, share it, share it far and wide because it's wild, you guys. In fact, I should probably connect to it. Maybe let's see if I can, I will. I'll put a link in the chat, but. Here we go. Yeah, so tonight's edition is brief. We've just been super busy with the campaign. I was hoping to have a special episode tonight with veterans, another veterans episode, but it just was too short a time. And instead of doing my normal, maybe one or two guests why is my audio weird, you guys? Can you all hear me? Can everybody hear me? I just want to make sure. What's going on with my settings? Interesting, you guys. This is very strange. So, I had the privilege this week of... Hang on, you guys. I'm having technical issues. Give me just a sec. Not seems this is how the story ends. He's going to turn me. Oh, that's much better. Okay. All right. Can everybody hear me okay? If you're watching, just give me a holler in the chat. Let me know you can hear me all right. We've got, so I had the privilege of going to this establishment called Josh's House the other day on Wednesday. I'm going to try to pull it up on the screen actually to share it with you guys. It was awesome. And I'm realizing the more I go around talking to people about this place, a lot of people don't know it exists. It's a spot for veterans to go hang out in the old Fort Ethan Allen in Colchester. And so, let's see, it was created for by the family of Josh Pallotta. Oh gosh, this place is so cool, you guys. Hold on, let me share. So I was really excited to get to visit with these guys. And basically what happened was I got there and we just hung out and chatted for a couple of hours. And what I told the guys was, I want every Vermonter to get to experience the conversation that we just had, because there is so much, there are so many things that we don't have any idea is going wrong with veterans in the United States, the way things are being taken care of. And we can just do so much better. There's so many opportunities. So this place, Josh's House, does it say on here? So you can go hang out during the day. They have food delivered. And so you can go, if you're a veteran or active military, you can go get a meal. There's a pool table and foosball. And there's people there that do massage and acupuncture. I met a fella named Bo, who's a veteran, and he also does acupuncture for people. So it's a place for people to get together and help one another and support one another and just go get away for a little while. I met one young man who is homeless. He's a disabled veteran, and his disability payment went up, which is great. They did an adjustment for cost of living, but that made him above the threshold to keep his housing voucher. And so now he's homeless and living out of the back of his truck. He goes to Josh's house to do laundry and hang out, charge his phone and do stuff like that. So I just love this organization. But the conversation we had was amazing and enlightening. So we're going to schedule that for August 2nd instead. It's going to be a group of veterans, folks that can come talk about their experience. It's various ages, different conflicts. So that's going to be really, really exciting, you guys. I'm really honored that they're willing to come and join me. So, okay, but I won't bury the lead. We're going to go right into it. This is why I've got you guys here today. All right. So in the chat or in the description, you'll notice that there are names, phone numbers, email addresses to 4 different people, 3 different organizations. So there are, let me see, I'm trying to make sure that I get all my stuff together here. All right, let me just start off by saying this and being super, super clear about it. They're not excluding Erica Reddick from the debates, although that is what they're saying. But what underneath that is saying is that you, Vermonters, you working class Vermonters like me, anybody out there who wants to see change in our state and in our country, your voices are being excluded. So they're including Liam Madden because he won the primary, although we now know that he lied and deceived Vermonters by putting himself on the Republican primary. He deceived Republicans by saying he didn't want to take our voices off of the ballot. He said he just wanted to have his voice heard. So what WDEV, WCAX, and VPR have said is that only progressive voices can be heard because they have rich donors and or are establishment politicians. So even though I received 20 some odd percent of the vote, that percentage isn't included. As a Libertarian Party candidate, the Libertarian Party had to have received a certain percentage more to be included. You have to have received a certain amount of money in donations. You needed to have do. And all of it is literally, you have to be wealthy, have wealthy donors, or already be a politician. That is literally what the rules say. And so anybody who is right of center, you don't have a voice on the ballot for Congress this year because Liam Madden is not a Republican, right? He's said over and over again, he's an independent. And I'm telling you, you guys, as these debates have gone on, the more and more he exposes how not in the center he is. For example, this weekend in both debates, or was it just the Rockingham debate, he said he supports a wealth tax. So you out there, Vermonters, where maybe you've got some land or a family farm, if you don't have cash in the bank to pay that wealth tax, you're going to have to sell off some of your assets or some of your land, some of your farm to some other person so that you can pay for Liam Madden's solar panels and Becca Balance solar panels. So it's wild. It's nonsense. It's crazy. So this is not just an attack on me. This is an attack on you. They don't want your voices heard. They don't want to hear from people who want bodily autonomy and medical freedom. They don't want to hear from people who are unwilling to give any more of their labor to the United States government to pay off their donors. I want to make sure we're really, really clear. All those small dollar donations, all those lobbying organizations that are supporting my Democrat opponent, Becca Ballant, that is special interest money. And it all comes with a commitment and a cost. Okay. All those organizations sent out questionnaires asking just how much of your money we would be willing to allocate to them and in what ways we will infringe on your constitutional rights to satisfy them. That's literally what it means. I can show you guys the questionnaires and the letters and the emails. It is all, how will you give us other people's money? And so you can rest assured that Miss Becca Ballant will have earmark after earmark after earmark, putting us further and further into debt if she is elected in November. So if you like the pain that you're feeling at the pump, if you like the pain that you're feeling at the grocery store, by all means, vote for one of my opponents. But if you're not down with that, if you don't like it, then you need to holler at these people who are excluding us. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we don't need to hear this. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to find you guys. Where is my... Hang on. This is being stupid. It's not giving me the description that I want so that I can see our emails and stuff. So I gave you two pieces of contact information for WCAX. So Roger Garrity is the one that I've heard from specifically. WCAX, I think he's like the news manager or whatever. So Roger Garrity at WCAX.com. That's GARRITY at WCAX.com. Phone number 802-652-6370. So again, GARRITY at WCAX.com and 802-652-6370. He's the one who's been writing back everybody the form letters. So here's the thing. Here's what's awesome, you guys. You all, my supporters, you guys have been writing to these people. You have been calling these people, and I've been getting the responses. He's got this nice form response, like this one that we got from our friend Susan, who shared this. So I've deleted a bunch of sensitive information so that people's other than Mr. Garrity's information is deleted. Thank you for your interest. Our goal is to help educate voters before they cast their ballots. So this is what he's saying. Our goal is to educate them. Our policy, which is super old, is folks who have attracted significant voter interest by winning a poll, past election success, money, campaign apparatus, and name recognition. Ms. Reddick has simply not checked any of the boxes. So let us be clear. Liam Madden, who the majority of his donors are all his family members, who has almost no engagement on his social media, apparently has been able to attract voter interest. Okay, so that's really interesting. And now look at history shows that Democrat and Republican candidates will garner the most support. So we're just going to include them. Okay, but remember, Liam is not a Republican. He's an independent. So by their own admission, he shouldn't even be included. He's only included because he managed to hijack the Republican primary from you. He managed to hijack it from you. So let's just be clear about that. Oh, candidate should have received double-digit support, blah, blah, blah. As for libertarians, the party has little track record of success. They've never received these votes enough votes before. And so check this out. This is the best part. You may argue that those candidates were unsuccessful because they received little media attention. And there's no doubt that media coverage is important to success in a political campaign. But in our view, candidates must first prove themselves worthy of coverage by checking some of the boxes. So we're not worthy of coverage, you guys. Our voice, all of the efforts that we've put out, all of the social media engagement that we have, all of the engaged voters and folks who show up to our events, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is money. Let's be clear. It's money. What Liam was able to do in the primary was take advantage of a wealthy family who then, I guess, bought him email lists, which is what he said. He said he sent out a bunch of emails. So he managed to come in a year where a ton of Republicans voted in the Democrat primary, whether against Becca Ballant or against Sarah George. The number of emails and apologies I've received are astounding. So I just want to make sure it's really clear to you guys that it does not matter that we have a ton of social media engagement. It doesn't matter that we have a ton of engagement. It is that fundraising, major party nomination, and a campaign apparatus. So I guess if we had a bunch more money and a bunch more people volunteering, then I guess we could be included. And so again, working class Vermonters. So all of you watching who spend your days taking care of your kids, taking care of your family, where you don't have time to run around going to all these campaign events, which trust me, it's not easy. It is incredibly challenging. I've had to give myself a pay cut. We had to adjust our budget because I think that this is so important that I was willing to sacrifice my own comfort because it's that important. We need to save our economy. We need to literally save people's lives. The open border is killing people. The lack of jobs, locking people down for 2 years. The government is just, they've just destroyed people. So, the guy who came and fixed my furnace, who, has to help his kids, who only got, who during the pandemic only saw his kid's teacher for like 30 minutes a day and then had to try to figure it out. They don't want to hear from you. So because you guys don't have time to do a bunch of stuff and run around and a ton of extra money to donate to me, they don't want to hear from you. Okay, so Roger Garrity. He's the WCAX guy. Okay, and then we've also got Jay Barton at WCAX. He's the general manager. So Barton, Barton at WCAX.com, 802-652-6400. Again, it's Barton, Barton at WCAX.com, 802-652-6400. This is all in the description of the video, so make sure you go check it out and you can get it there. Let's see. We've also got VPR. So this is the best part. VPR had basically the same thing. If you're not rich and already have been an establishment politician, let me see. Oh, this one. Major party status, incumbent office holder. Oh, you can, independent or minor party candidates who received 5% or more of the vote in the previous statewide general or for state or federal office. So the fact that I received over 20% in this last election doesn't count. It had to have been in the last election cycle. General election. So excuse me, primary doesn't count. General, right? And then previous statewide general election. Okay, you can do it if you have run before or if the party had run before and gotten something. So again, it's just money and establishment politicians. Money and establishment politicians. So what's really funny, Liam Madden says he wants to abolish the two-party system, and yet he's now a part of the two-party system. And because he has a wealthy family and he pulled a stunt, he gets to be included and actually exclude the third party independent voices. That's kind of funny. So VPR. Oh, by the way, VPR, who gets your taxpayer dollars. Okay, so just to be clear, if you want your voice heard, definitely reach out to VPR because you pay for them. You literally pay for them. So let VPR know it's not okay to exclude working class Vermonters from the conversation. Are they a bunch of elitists? Matthew Smith, msmith at vermontpublic.org. So that's M as in Matthew Smith, msmith at Vermont, all spelled out, vermontpublic.org. msmith at vermontpublic.org, 802-497-7131. 802-497-7131. Again, remember, this is in the description of the video, so you can go there. WDEV. They said that they canceled the debate, but they didn't. They just rescheduled it. So they canceled having it at the Tunbridge Fair, but they rescheduled it, and they are having the debate. So Mr. Steve Cormier didn't tell us the truth. Or maybe that's lying by omission. I'm not sure, but he definitely said it was canceled. And in fact, it was just rescheduled. And I found out about it because it's on Mr. Liam Madden's campaign website. So I actually went there to look and see what debates he's been invited to, so I could find out who to give crap to. So that's how you do that. Okay, so WDEV Steve Cormier, S Cormier, so that's SCORMIER. Again, SCORMIER at radiovermont.com. Again, Vermont is spelled out. S Cormier at radiovermont.com, 802-244-7321. Again, 802-244-7321. I might be publishing a video. I haven't decided if I'm going to put it out or not yet, guys. Hey, Hogger, thank you I'm glad I got your vote. Glad I got your vote. I love it. I really hope that people understand that this race, these federal races are absolutely winnable. If Gerald Malloy is only 6.5 points behind Peter Welch, that demonstrates, okay? People think that, oh, Republicans can't win. Oh, we don't have any chance. And so they just give up before they've even started. And so much of what is wrong here in Vermont is not the press, although clearly they're bias and they only want to hear from progressives, right? These aren't even Democrats we're talking about, okay? These are Democrats. If you're listening, you should be just as mad about this as everybody else is, because your voice is also being excluded. You have Progressive and Progressive Lite being included in the debates. And so if you're a blue dog Democrat, if you're a Democrat that supports the police, if you're a Democrat that doesn't like the rise in violent crime that we're seeing here, you don't have a voice either. If you're a Democrat who's a big 2A supporter, Liam Madden says he's a 2A supporter, but what he's also said is you have to be a part of a well-regulated militia if you want to have a semi-automatic rifle. So the most common gun for people to have for home defense, he doesn't think you should have the right to have unless you're part of a well-regulated militia, which is essentially just another government organization where you have to get permission. Okay, it's Progressive and Progressive Lite. So Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, everybody who is center and right of center should be mad that your voice is being excluded from these debates. The press has decided who you get to choose from. So I really ask all of you to email and call these places and demand that your voices be heard. I want to say, for as much as of a hard time as we give VT Digger for being unfair, right? They spell our names wrong. They exclude us from stories. They will get quotes from all of our Democrat opponents and not include pictures, but they'll get direct quotes from that and like all this nonsense, right? VT Digger is so clearly, obviously biased. And even they included me in the debate. Okay. If VT Digger included me in the debate and these places don't, I mean, good golly, Miss Molly, you guys, I don't even know. Thank you, Sue. Sue says I did a great job in the digger debate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Get that link and share it far and wide. Send it to every single one of your friends. Everybody listening, take the digger debate and send a link to every single one of your friends in your contact list. Text it to them, especially if they're a Vermont voter. I don't care if they're Democrat or what. And send it to them. Send it text, Facebook Messenger, whatever it is, because people need to know that they have an option. And it was very clear in watching the debate. Their answers, my opponent's answers to everything is more federal money. We just need more federal money. We just need to throw more money at it. And I'm like, neither of you knows where money comes from. Do neither of you know that we're $30+ trillion in debt? Neither of you knows that we're deficit spending to the tune of $1, $2, $3 trillion a year. Like, we don't have any more money. We're printing it or borrowing it to pay. What are you talking about? I mean, oh, excuse me. I get so fired up about this because I can't figure it out. I mean, I am just flabbergasted. This is what we're dealing with. So anyway, I'm blathering on and on and on. I said I was going to make this a short episode, but before I leave you guys for the evening, part 2 of Jenna's Promise is next Sunday. So that's going to be really cool. I'm going to be in Texas for Benjamin's Film Festival this weekend. So I talk all the time about how important family is. All the time. Family is community, family, most important things that people need. All human beings. We need family, we need community. And so I'm really, really excited. I missed Benjamin's first Hollywood premiere. It was on primary night. So Benjamin's first big Hollywood premiere was primary night here in Vermont. And I had to miss it. And so I decided I cannot miss this film festival. So I'm headed down to Texas for the film festival. I'm really excited. It's called Austin Action Fest. You can go check it out on Facebook or their website, Austin Action Fest. Maybe I'll put a link in here. And you can watch the movies. You can get a virtual ticket, so you can stream all the movies. You can watch the demonstrations and the panel conversations. So we've got a ladies stunt panel, and Eric Bernard is going to be talking about producing. It's going to be awesome. Sue says maybe your opponents have a printing press in their garage. I would not doubt it. But, we can't make accusations like that, right? No, but oh my God, you're so silly, Suze. I love you. I wouldn't even be surprised. So yeah, go Austin Action Fest, virtual tickets. It's going to be super fun. There's going to be a video game tournament on Sunday. Hopefully I get to be the commentator for that, even though I don't play Smash Brothers and I don't play Call of Duty, but I can be really ridiculous and stupid with a microphone. So I've been told I'm not allowed to be a commentator because I don't know how to play the games. I'm working on it, you guys. I'm working on it. Okay. Just because it's my husband's film festival, you would think I'd be able to maneuver something, but he's not the only one in charge. I don't know. We'll see. Seriously though, check it out. Austin Action Fest and Market. And then we're going to be heading down to the southern border, and we're going to get a look for ourselves, what's going on down there and what people are dealing with. So hopefully we'll get to have some interviews and some conversations we can bring back for you guys. So next week is, like I said, it's Jenna's Promise Part 2, finishing up some of those interviews and conversations, and debate this Thursday. Okay, so 2 places, VT Digger included me, and then Town Meeting TV, or Channel 17, which is the local access station up here in Burlington. They are also including me. And here's how awesome Town Meeting TV is. This is actually an in-person debate, but I told them, I said, you guys, it's super important to me. The southern border and dealing with the drug crisis is a really big part of my campaign. I'm going to be in Texas and at the southern border. is there a way to figure it out? And they're figuring it out. They're figuring it out a way to include me. And that's amazing. So it just goes to show you that these other organizations know that we have a movement, that we have a lot of energy behind this campaign. And there's a couple of organizations that are at least willing to be sincere and include us, knowing what kind of motivation we have. So you guys, this is not a foregone conclusion. We can stand up and fight for ourselves. Go to redicforcongress.com, REDIC for Congress.com. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. You can share that. You can forward it to all of your friends and family, and send it to, you guys, don't just send it to Republicans and libertarians. Send it to Democrats. Democrats are not happy with their options either. Okay, we may disagree on a lot of things with Democrats, but what they don't think is okay is defunding the police and having a murder rate skyrocket here in Chittenden County. They don't think getting, held up at gunpoint on Church Street is okay. Getting murdered on Church Street is okay. Democrats aren't for that either. We may disagree on 1,000 million other things, but they need to know that they have an option too. Someone who will stand up for their values and what they want to. Sign up for the newsletter, forward it to everyone you know, share these videos, call and email the press and have them included. Because here's the thing. If it's not me, it's going to be somebody else in the future. And I think Vermonters deserve better. Vermonters deserve to know that there is a Vermonter who wants to stand up for them and wants to represent them in Washington. Someone who truly believes and represents Vermont values. So anyway, I'm going to just, oh my God, you guys, I'll just keep talking. Blah, 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 blah. Anybody, if I'll give you guys a minute. Anybody got a quick question or anything before we head out for tonight? I'm going to get caught up on a bunch of emails and calendar invites and stuff like that this week. We've got some campaign different things that have been included. We've got heard from a couple of nonprofit organizations that are including me in their candidate forums. So that's really awesome. We're going to give a shout out to those people. I posted my signs in Washington and Orange County. Awesome, Leona. Thank you. We're getting another 100 signs in this week. So anybody who wants a sign, shoot me a direct message or give us an email. Go to the website. Better yet, honestly, if you go to the website, it's a lot better. Facebook is Messenger is touch and go, whether or not somebody is checking that. I'm just being honest with you guys. If there's anybody out there willing to help with administrative stuff like checking emails and responding, cool. Otherwise, go to redicforcongress.com and tell me you want a yard sign. Give me your address. Tell me how to get in touch with you. Email, phone number, all that kind of stuff. Thank you. Leona said, I'm grateful for your energy. I have to tell you, honestly, people say, oh my God, how are you keeping going? It is the mission. I really believe that we have a chance this year to really do something amazing. You guys, the poll, the Trafalgar Group said, America's most accurate pollster said that Gerald is only 6.5 points behind Peter Welsh. That means if all of you actually just help participate, get the newsletter, forward it, put up yard signs, share social media, call people, do what, we can win this. We can win this. Anybody who says that we don't have a chance or their voice doesn't matter or their vote doesn't matter, you've lost, but only in your mind. Okay. You've only lost in your mind, and we can do this. If everybody can just shake off that loser mindset. Okay. We are not losers. We are Vermonters. Okay. We come from revolutionary stock. Okay. We're bad asses here. There's no reason everybody should be cowering in the corner saying that we've already lost to freaking Bernie Broad, Becca Ballant. Okay. Give me a break. We've got this. If all the people who say they don't vote and their voice doesn't matter actually gets out and votes for a candidate that is closely aligned with your values, we will take back the state house and we will take back the Senate and the House. Excuse me. I'm like totally spitting. I'm getting all fired up. Suze, how are people responding, reacting to your Reddick white and blue slogan? People love it. I've worn my hoodie out places. You guys go to the website and get some gear too. There's hoodies, t-shirts, trucker caps, stickers. Go get some gear. Show it off. People love the Reddick white and blue. I've had people literally come up to me and go, if you've got Reddick white and blue, then I already know we're going to get along. And they're not just Republicans and libertarians, you guys. It's Democrats too. People who love their country. Great question, Suze. I love it. Leona, I'm happy to be a hub contact in Central Vermont to get you marketing. Oh, to get my marketing campaigns out there. Excellent. Okay, Leona, make sure if we don't already have your contact information, go to the website, shoot me an email, and give me all your contact information. I'm going to put you on the volunteer list, and I'll make a note that we can get you some campaign materials to share with people. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. We're going to, like I said, we need to get caught up on emails. There's probably like 200 emails that need to be gone through, questionnaires responded to, calendar items put on the calendar, and a couple of videos edited as well. So we're crushing it over here. Anybody who has video editing experience, holler at your girl for real. I can even pay you for that. Like, we can pay you for video editing as long as you don't want to be paid full price. But I'll pay you something. All right, guys. We're going to close with our book commercial, Reasons to Trust the Government. That's another great way to support the campaign. You can go to Amazon.com and search Reasons to Trust the Government, Lord and Lady Reddick. It's $10. And it is a fun way to show your support. It's a great opportunity to have this really pretty book that you can carry around and use as a notebook and start questions, start conversations with people. They're going to go, what is that beautiful thing that you have in your hand? And you're going to be like, it's my book, Reasons to Trust the Government. And then you can educate them on all the reasons in the book to trust the government. All right. Thank you guys again. Sorry for kind of the brief episode today. We were really trying to pull something together and it just didn't work out. So thank you for taking the time. Thanks for checking in today. Please, if you haven't already, let these people know that you want your voice included in the debates. All right. Good night, everybody.
This book will give you wings!
What kind of wings?
Not like Icarus wings, like eagle's wings!
What about dragons?
You'll have dragon's blood! You'll be able to breathe fire!
Fire like the Ultra Eagle Drago Guard!
This book will make you smarter!
Yes!
I'm not just talking honor roll smart, I'm talking Nikola Tesla smart! You'll be so good looking, Brad Pitt will be jealous!
Do you want to make money?
How much money?
Elon Musk money.
That's a lot of money!
People will think you're Elon Musk, but you're not Elon Musk, but they'll think you're
Elon Musk, because you pay taxes like Elon Musk!
And you have to argue with Elizabeth Warren because she thinks you're Elon Musk. Do you want freedom?
How much freedom?
All the freedom. One to America. How much freedom do you want?
America!
Double!